Big changes have just hit the road for UK drivers aged 70 and above. Starting 1 St. August 2025, a new set of driving laws has officially come into effect across the country, bringing with it a wave of concerns, confusion, and criticism. If you or someone you know is an older driver, this update could drastically affect your ability to stay mobile and independent. For decades, the system was simple. Once a driver turned 70, they were required to renew their driving license every 3 years, confirming they were medically fit to drive. But as of August, that system has been scrapped. Older drivers will now have to renew their licenses every single year, and under far more stringent conditions. The new rules include a mandatory health declaration, and this is not just a tick-box exercise. Every year, older drivers must now report medical conditions that could affect their driving. This includes heart problems, diabetes, vision loss, sleep disorders, memory issues, and even mild mental health conditions. What's more, these declarations are cross-checked against NHS records, and in many cases, your GP may be asked to verify the information or submit extra medical evidence. And here's where things get tricky. GPs are now expected to proactively report patients over 70 who have any condition that might affect driving, whether or not the patient agrees or even knows about it. That includes common issues like high blood pressure, arthritis, cataracts, or early signs of cognitive decline. Even well-managed conditions can raise red flags. Once flagged, the DVLA can suspend a license, and the driver might need to undergo a full medical review or driving assessment, both of which can take months and are not always close to home. Missing your renewal deadline by even 1 day? That's a problem. Under the new rules, if your license expires, you are legally banned from driving until the DVLA processes your new application, and no temporary extensions will be granted. Even if everything is in order, the wait time could leave you off the road for weeks. The official reason for the change? Road safety. Authorities argue that older drivers are at increased risk due to age-related health issues like slower reaction times or diminished vision. But the data paints a different picture. According to multiple studies, including reports from the Department for Transport, drivers over 70 are actually less likely to be involved in serious accidents compared to younger drivers, especially those between 17 and 25. Older drivers tend to be more cautious, avoid driving at night, and stick to familiar routes. This disconnect between the data and the policy has sparked criticism from several major voices, including Age UK, the RAC Foundation, and concerned members of Parliament. They argue that these sweeping changes could unfairly penalise healthy, capable senior drivers, many of whom have decades of safe driving experience. Vision requirements have also been updated. Drivers aged 70 and over must now self-certify each year that they can read a standard number plate from 20 meters away. This used to only be tested if concerns were raised. Now, it's part of the annual process. But here's the catch: it's self-reported. Unless you disclose an existing eye condition, there's no formal vision test involved. If you're honest and report a problem, you risk suspension. If you don't and are later found to have vision issues, you could face legal consequences. It's a confusing and risky situation. Insurance companies are already adjusting to the changes. Several major providers have raised premiums for older drivers, often using medical declarations as justification. One 81-year-old man from Kent saw his premium rise from £650 to over £1,100 after disclosing controlled arthritis and blood pressure medication. His driving record? Spotless. But the new system means what's in your medical file may matter more than your actual driving history. Another growing concern is digital exclusion. Most renewals now happen online, and many older drivers aren't familiar with using computers or navigating government websites. While paper forms are still available, they take longer to process, and some users report they're being phased out without warning. For seniors without access to the internet or those uncomfortable with tech, this creates a major barrier. Some have had their licenses suspended simply because they couldn't complete the process online in time. But perhaps the most overlooked impact is the emotional toll. For many older adults, driving is more than transportation. It's independence. Freedom. a connection to the world. The fear of losing that, especially with little notice, is leading to stress, anxiety, and even depression. Many feel they are being sidelined not because they're unsafe, but because of their age. These changes are hitting especially hard in rural areas, where public transport is limited or non-existent. In places like Cumbria, Devon, and parts of Wales and Scotland, the car is often the only way to reach a GP, pharmacy, or grocery store. Without it, people are missing medical appointments and becoming isolated. For some, a suspended license isn't an inconvenience, it's life-altering. Worse still, many older drivers didn't even know these new rules were coming. There was no major public awareness campaign, no widespread communication from the DVLA, and no direct letters sent out. The only sign of change was a quiet update to the DVLA website in mid-July. For a change that affects more than 5 million drivers, the silence has been deafening. Drivers are now scrambling to understand their rights, navigate the system, and avoid losing access to the road. Legal advisors and advocacy groups have been flooded with calls. Many want to know how to challenge a suspension, how to appeal a decision, or how to prove their fitness to drive. Unfortunately, the system remains murky. There's no consistent appeal process, and many decisions are being made by staff who never speak to the drivers directly. This reform isn't just about road safety, it reflects a broader shift in how society views older people. Are we supporting them, or sidelining them? Are we offering help, or building hurdles? Older drivers aren't asking for special treatment. They're asking for fairness, clarity, and respect. Many have been driving safely for 40, 50, even 60 years. To suddenly be treated like a liability, based not on their actions but their age or a medical note, feels deeply unjust. So what can you do? If you or someone you love is affected, stay informed. Mark your renewal deadlines clearly. Talk to your GP about your driving status. And don't hesitate to reach out to support organizations if you believe your license has been unfairly suspended. Knowledge is power, and preparation can make all the difference. These new rules are here, but that doesn't mean they're final. With enough public pressure and awareness, there's still a chance to push for a system that protects safety without sacrificing dignity. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more important updates that directly affect you and your family. Stay safe, stay aware, and until next time, take care.